The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to Conor Commentary, a hilarious take on news, politics, sports, and current events. It's time to buckle up. Here's Conor.
All right, guys, we are back, and I'm doing this one solo. This is the end of the year / Ed special. Ed, say what's up.
What's up?
What's up? You guys remember that?
What's
And
up?
Pat O'Leary, if you're watching, I'm sure he wrote in and said a very funny comment regarding Ed. Ed, a lot of people want to see what you look like, especially after last week when JD said that you looked exactly like the announcer from the Celtics. What was it,
Right.
Mike Gorman?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch those people.
I don't either, so I couldn't tell, but I went home and looked it up after, and I thought there was somewhat of a resemblance.
Right, he's old, right?
No, he's a little bit old. He said you were a more younger and vibrant version of him.
Vibrant. Yeah.
But I personally thought you kind of looked a lot more like Channing Tatum.
Oh, all right.
That
good.
was just my guess.
Yeah.
But he said that you're like the guy from Home Improvement on the other side of the fence. What is it, Wilson?
Wilson, yeah.
So he said it's like
Yeah.
that. You get that advice, but you never hear from them.
Nope.
You never see them.
No.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
I remember that
I
show
think
now.
it works.
Yeah, it does work. I like it. And a lot of people, they don't realize. They ask me like, "Oh, where's Ed?" I'm like, "You don't realize he's sitting like two feet away, right?
Yeah, I'm not too far away.
Not too far at all."
No.
So we got a bunch of stuff. I wrote a bunch of stuff to wrap up the end of the year. And first off, I appreciate everyone who's been watching, liking, commenting in, man. We've been doing this now. I went back and looked. This is the 18th week.
Already.
So 18th week already. So this is the 18th episode. So we've had 18 trolls. We've had, it's week 17 going into the season. My mom's been picking for 17 weeks now, and she has officially beat Pete Prisco. She doesn't even need to make her picks this week because she's 19 games up and there's only 16 games left. So Pete, if you're watching, you have no choice but to wave the white flag
But she's
because
got
it's
to make
officially over.
the picks just so we know the final ranking, right?
She made the pick, so we'll know the final ranking, and then I'm gonna do it throughout the playoffs.
Yep.
But now that's obviously going to dwindle down. So now I'm going to start a new segment. I rolled it out a little bit. I got some family and friends to get involved in it. It's going to be called Ask Me Anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything. So write in whatever you want. It can be any topic, and I will say where you came from. I'll shout you out, and then I'll answer your question. So anybody who has a question about anything, there's going to be a new segment that's going to take over for my mom's picks eventually, and it's going to be called Ask Me Anything. Do you have anything, Ed? Any questions yet?
I don't have any yet.
No, I have a question for you that I think is a
Oh,
really
boy.
good one. So we'll get into
All
that
right.
too. But so I appreciate it. Everyone liking, comment in. Tell me what you want to see in the new year in 2020. What type of guests, what you want me to talk about, what we should do going forward. And we'll get into all that as well. So instead of doing the troll of the week, I went back into troll of the year this time. So I did it into two categories. The first category, we're going with the name, because some of these names were hilarious.
Right.
They were almost funnier than the comments. And then I broke it down into who made the funniest comment. So I give first place and runner-up here. So if any of these people are listening, the first place winner is of Troll of the Year by name, the Wizard of Loneliness.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That was good. That was a kid who had it was a fake picture on Twitter, and his name was Wizard of Loneliness. I love that one. So for him, he's just said, "You suck." That's all he put. That was
I
on
like
Twitter.
it. It's succinct. It's right to the point.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It was straight to the point. There was nothing extra. It was just, "You suck," from the Wizard of Loneliness.
Although perhaps he's lonely because he's a shitty conversationalist.
That could be very true as well. Maybe
Right.
because he goes online and he expresses anger towards other people that he doesn't know, it might make it tough for him to find a significant other, whatever that might be. And then we had to go with the runner-up, second place this year. It was incredible bat speed from Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what that means.
I don't know what it means either, but I was going back and watching all the shows, and it's funny because I watched myself in like week 2, week 3. I'm like, oh, I wasn't doing that good. I sound weird, and now I think it's progressed. So grateful for that. But incredible bat speed. It was a while ago. It was the first time Jason Martin came on, and all he said was Boston sucks. So I don't even know what he meant by that. I think it was because I'm always doing Boston sports takes. The Patriots are going to be like Ed called 5 weeks ago, 13-3.
13-3.
If they can beat Miami at home, and
I think they're favored by 16.5.
I wouldn't be surprised if they covered. Because you know what? I think Belichick's just going to want to go out there and just pound them and just make a statement and take the week off.
Yeah, the Patriots never take their foot off the gas.
No, especially when they need to win, because technically, if they lose, then the Chiefs win, they would be playing Wild Card Weekend,
Right?
And we can't have that happen. No. I'll be the first to say, I think if they somehow miraculously lose to Miami, which I think there's like a 0.01% chance, that they're not going to do anything in the playoffs.
Right.
They need to get the bye, and they need to have the home game, and then I think it's them and the Ravens in the AFC Championship, and then it will be a brawl.
That'll be a brawl.
It will be. They're going to have to play at absolute best that they can if they're going to beat the Ravens. I think they're capable of doing it, but whether or not they will, we'll see. All right, we got the Troll of the Year by comment. Ed, I know you like this one. It was the guy Jim Davenport who said, "Do society a favor, shut up and pick up some tools and become a tradesman. I don't need to hear your shit, fat ass."
That one was my favorite.
That one was my favorite. That one was like 4 or 5 weeks ago on Facebook.
Yeah.
Remember I got that. It came out of left field. I'm like, who is Jim Davenport? Apparently he's very angry with the show and my choice to do it. And I don't know what tools I would pick up because I'm terrible at doing anything handy.
Not a home repair guy.
I don't think so, no. I'll leave that to the home improvement, Tim Allen stuff. Are you handy, Ed?
I can fix a thing or two.
You can? Okay. Yeah. All right.
But I'm not volunteering.
Okay,
Don't take that the wrong way.
No, so you're not building anything yourself anytime soon?
No.
Yeah, I'm not either. I can barely put in a light bulb. That's about as far as it goes.
So you're going to have to work on improving the podcast then.
I'm going to have to.
You don't have a fallback.
I don't. I'm gonna need to produce enough income where I'm going to have to hire somebody.
Right.
Because that's not going to be my go-to. And then the runner-up for the comment of the year and the troll of the week is Devi Boy, and he just said, "This commentary sucks." Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty funny. Straight to the point. Conor commentary. The commentary sucks.
Yeah. No, I think adding the commentary in brings it well beyond
that's just
what you suck.
Right. That's what made me actually do it. He's taking the time to see the show and then be like, "This sucks."
He depersonalized it a little bit. He didn't say you suck.
That's true.
He said the commentary sucks.
That's true. Honestly, maybe he's just like a Bills or a Jets fan.
He could be.
Could be. But I remember that's the kid. He was like a young kid. I asked him if his mom knew he was being mean to people online, and he said yes. So I will allow it. I won't say too much to you, Devi Boy. If your mom says it's okay that you stay up late on Twitter and troll people, I'm okay with it too.
I mean, the Bills and Jets fans are angry, and it's understandable.
It is understandable. I mean, JD last week, he was an Oakland fan. He hates Tom Brady, and I understand.
Yeah.
Can't get mad at that.
But Oakland?
Yeah.
I mean, you just kind of feel bad.
You feel bad. They have a chance to somehow make the playoffs if, like, 9 things happen. Like, they win and, like, 6 other teams lose. So it's like the miraculous parlay where, like, $10 pays $4,000.
The whole thing is quite bizarre.
It is bizarre. There's one team left that's going to make it. I think it's probably going to be the Titans.
Yeah,
right?
That was my guess.
Because it looks like the Titans are playing Houston, but Houston, I think, is already going to win the division, so they're not going to try, really.
No,
so they might just lay down and let the Titans beat them.
Yeah.
So they'll probably sit Deshaun Watson, who stunk last week, but that's all right. And then before we get into my mom's final picks, Week 17, then I'll get the picks in the playoffs, and I'll get her prediction for the Super Bowl, so we'll see. I just want to tell the person who chirped me back week 2, which was now 16 weeks ago, who was the Bitcoin account on Twitter, you only got about a week for Bitcoin to become the universal currency by 2020. And if it doesn't, your account's going to go under, man. That was the whole thing. Bitcoin 2020, universal currency. So,
really?
Yeah, that's what the whole account was when I look back on it. So in 16 weeks, I haven't seen the cryptocurrency make much stride to overtake the US dollar, but I'm not an economics person, or am I a tradesman, so I don't know. But you only got about 8 days, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just an old person, and the whole Bitcoin thing.
Yeah, not into it.
No,
me neither. I did it way back when it first started, and then I made some money off it because I just put it in there, and then I sold it. But it soared to like 20,000. I think it's now back like way lower. Yep. People are saying it was going to be worth like $1 million for one Bitcoin. I don't know why that would be.
Yeah, I mean, nothing has inherent value unless it's agreed upon.
Right.
Right? I mean, right. Well, why is that valuable? Well, it's just because people have agreed it's valuable.
And it's just in theory. You can't go to a store unless there's
Right.
stores that I don't know about where they just take it as if it's a U.S. dollar.
Right. And the same thing is true of gold. Why is that well, people just agreed it's valuable.
That's very true. I guess gold, though, you can create things.
There's limited industrial use. But
Right.
What are you creating? You're creating
A chain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But a lot of people in the NFL, especially the MLB as well, that have these exotic gold chains.
You're right. I mean, professional sports people have definitely agreed gold is valuable.
they certainly have. They're all in on gold. David Ortiz is showing up with $250,000 worth of gold on him.
Although I still follow AB on Twitter, but I
Me
never
too.
pay much attention.
I've stopped paying attention to him. Yeah, I have.
Big pile of money.
I have no idea. To
Did
show
you
people
see
that he had
one?
money.
It was just a big pile of
Was
cash.
it with a bunch of like half-dressed women and he was doing a music video? I saw that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of it just seems to be his kids playing.
Yeah, that too. And then I think it's his new rap career as well.
Oh, does he have that?
I think he does, yeah.
Oh,
I think he's
nice.
made a couple music videos, so
Yep.
maybe him and Le'Veon Bell will collab.
Right, and then every now and then he'll post something with a stupid expensive watch
Yep.
catching the logo of his fancy car.
So we'll have to see. He's made so much money. I would hope that he can't go broke, but somehow a
I
lot of them do.
I think he can.
Yeah, he hasn't reached that level. I think he could have used the contract that he was going to play for, of
Probably
however
so.
much, like tens of millions of dollars a year that it was going to be,
Right.
and now he's going to miss out on an extra like $60 million because he couldn't act half normal. All right, let's get the update on my mom's picks here. Pete Prisco, my mom doesn't even need to pick Week 17 because she's already won. She is up 19 games. There's only 16 games left. I had a couple people tell me they're going to follow my mom's picks this week. It went well. I mean, we're doing this on Monday because Christmas is Wednesday. And as of right now, she's 12-3 this week. Pete Prisco, 8-7. So it's done. It's a
over.
19-game lead, and there's only 16 games left to pick. So he cannot come back at this point. So what do you think, Ed? I told you in the very beginning, we've talked about that, and I was very confident.
I was not as confident.
All right.
But now I've learned.
Now you understand, right?
I mean, next year I'm putting money into this. I think.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Just bet the money lines of whatever my mom picks, and at the end of the year, you're bound to be in the green, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's the grand total going into Week 17 here, guys. Is my mom 156, 81-1. Pete Prisco 137, 101. So it's a 19-game lead. And you know what? Pete picked the Bills last week.
Really?
He did. He said the Bills were going to beat the Patriots. Put something that they might win the division. They're going to finally beat them at home. Didn't go too well for that.
It was probably just wishful thinking on his part.
That's what I think. A lot of people got real high in the Bills because they actually have a very good defense this year.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came down to it, the Patriots did not break. Especially at the end when it was like 3rd and 7 from like the 7-yard line on goal and they sacked them.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, this team, it's over. They're not going to win. So we'll see what they do in the playoffs. I would love it if they came here in round 2. If they somehow won and they had to come here, that would be awesome. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I think the Texans and the Chiefs are probably going to win, and then we'll play the Chiefs, which will be a tough game. We're going to beat Patrick Mahomes and his annoying girlfriend.
Is she playing now too?
Have you seen her? She's obnoxious online. Yeah. No, you're not familiar. Not familiar.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, she's into TikTok with his brother and doing some odd videos and taunting Patriots fans after they lost.
Really opposed to TikTok, although I have no idea why.
Yeah, I just got on there. It's different. I don't really know what it is. I don't know what to make of it.
No.
All I know is that a lot of kids like it, so I don't know if it's going to be popular or what.
Yeah.
I think somebody told me it's the next Vine. Do you remember Vine?
Yeah.
They had like the 30-second videos, and that was popular for a while, and then it just imploded.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing to be the next Vine.
All right, because now where are they? You got to stay transferable because then Instagram exploded. Now there's people who make fortune on Instagram doing whatever.
Yeah.
The Instagram models. I should get into that, guys, right? Instagram modeling? Comment then. Let me know. Instagram modeling with Conor and Ed. All right, let's get my mom's picks here. We got, speaking of the Patriots, the first one, Dolphins, Patriots. My mom is going to take the Patriots, -16. I think they cover. I think they're going to beat them. I think they're going to beat them bad.
Really bad.
I think they're just going to kind of blow through them, and then they know that they're done. They got the week off. They're good. They're going to start concentrating.
Miami ends up with a field goal at best.
Yeah, they might score a few points, but I think it's probably going to be similar to the first time we played them, which was
End
a
of the
disaster.
game, yeah, some junk points.
Some
at the
junk
end.
points. They had to bench, what's his name? Fitzmagic. Although he's been on fire, but he's been like bullying like the Bengals defense and the Jets and the whoever. It's going to be a lot different coming here when the Patriots know that all they have to do is win to get the second round bye. Speaking of the Bengals, my mom is picking the Bengals to win next week, the last week. Bengals versus Browns. My mom's going to take the Bengals. That's only a 3-point spread, so Bengals in the upset there. Then Jets, Bills. My mom is going to take the Bills. That should be a weird one because I don't know if the Bills are going to try, right?
Yeah,
They might take it easy.
The point spread doesn't seem to reflect the teams. I think it reflects more, will they even try?
Right.
Right, because the spread on that is only 1.
It's only 1. Wow.
Buffalo favored by 1.
Buffalo favored by 1. It's going to be a good game then because sometimes the backups finally get their time to shine and then they try real hard.
Yeah.
So they could come out fighting, and it's oddly enough the backups are capable of beating the Jets probably, which is funny to think about, but it's the truth. Let's see. From there, we got the Vikings and the Bears. My mom is going to take the Vikings. Another game where who knows who's going to try in that one. Then we got the Packers, Lions. My mom's going to take the Packers. I think even if the Packers don't try, the Lions just can't win.
Yeah, I don't think they need to try.
They don't need to. They couldn't beat the Broncos last weekend, right? Actually, it was yesterday. From there, we got the Saints, Panthers. My mom is going to take the Saints. After that, we have the Falcons, Buccaneers, and a pick 'em. My mom's going to take the Falcons. Chiefs, Chargers. Mom's going Chiefs on that one. Ravens, Steelers, a 1-point spread. What the heck? My mom is going to take the Ravens, although the Steelers did beat them. They were one of the 2 teams that beat them this season.
Yeah.
It was the Steelers and I think the Steelers need to win to make the playoffs, so they may come out fighting.
Yeah, I'm seeing a 3-point spread on them right
Are
now.
you? Yeah. Is it in the Ravens' favor? Ravens -3?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. My mom is going to take the Ravens in that one. I think that's going to be a close game because the Steelers have a tough defense. They play hard, but we'll see what they do. We got the Eagles, Giants. My mom is going to take the Eagles there. Then we have the Cowboys, Redskins. My mom's going to take the Cowboys. The Cowboys are almost like dead, right? All the Eagles have to do is win the next one, and then the Eagles are going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to fire their coach, Jason Garrett. I think they're going to have to kick him to the curb.
I think he's all but fired now.
Pretty much, right?
Dead.
He's walking dead. They're just going to throw him out there for the last week and then see ya later. He's going to be handed a pink slip right after the game. Rightfully so. They got to figure it out. The Rams and the Cardinals. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. My mom is going to take the Rams. Some of these teams, it's funny, both teams are eliminated, so who's going to play, you know? Who's going to try that hard? Same thing with the Raiders, Broncos, although the Raiders are somehow still in it. They just need a million things to go right. My mom is going to take the Raiders to beat the Broncos there. Then we have the Titans, Texans. My mom is going to take the Texans. And then we have the Colts and the Jaguars. Speaking of teams that might not try, the Colts my mom is going to take. They went off last week. And then the game of the week, the game of the year, it's the rematch. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
The winner of that wins the division, right?
I believe so.
I think they do. And then I think they can also win like either the 1 or the 2 seed there. So that has huge implications. So that's Sunday Night Football. And my mom is going to take the 49ers on the road versus the Seahawks. So we'll see. Bold pick.
I don't know. Bill Burr keeps saying that Sneaky Pete is going to win the Super Bowl.
He thinks so, huh?
That's
I love Bill Burr.
Is saying. Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete, he is. So Marshawn Lynch is supposed to be coming back. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, does anyone care?
I don't think he's going to be that good. I mean, I don't know what he's been doing.
Playing video games with Gronk or something?
Playing video games and smoking weed, I think. I don't know. I don't know what he's been doing. But Chris Carson might be out for the season, so I don't know if they're going to use him. I don't know who they're going to use.
Connor, do you know Nicholas Scott?
I do know Nicholas Scott. Did he comment in?
He says, "Sweet baby Jesus, please don't model for Instagram." So
he's probably thinking of like the promiscuous models. Don't worry, Nick, we will not do that. Although Nick can model for Instagram, he's in great shape.
Is he?
He is. Us not so much.
Huh?
So
maybe he could be the spokesperson.
he could be, right? We'll have him out front. We'll be in the background. What's up, Nick? That's funny. All right. Speaking of that, so I'm gonna roll out the new thing now. Ask me anything. So going forward, guys, if you're watching, type in. I don't care what it is. I was thinking even earlier when we were playing the what's it called, like the intro.
Yeah.
We got to take like politics out of that. I don't think I've talked about politics in 18 episodes. It's
You
mostly
don't
sports
care
and current
about politics.
Not really, no. It's mostly like current events, sports, whatever
There's
my guest talks
something
about.
going on. Impeachment? I don't know.
Something like that. I don't know. They all vote and then somebody either leaves or doesn't leave. I don't know how it goes. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
We covered politics.
We covered it there, so
covered.
we can keep it in the intro then. All right, so we got a couple questions. I just went to my friends and family to start this one, see how this goes. So first one, Ed, came in from my dad. He had two of them. So what was your favorite candy growing up?
Oh, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one. I have a couple. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with the really old school stuff. I was always a big fan. Well, maybe I could go really old school.
What are you thinking? Will I even know what it is?
Sky Bar?
I don't know what a Sky Bar is, no.
Oh, that was made by Necco.
Really? What was in it?
New England Confectionery Company. They make
a lot of stuff.
Yes, they no longer exist. But
really?
This was a multi-section bar.
Yeah, I like that type of stuff.
Right, and it had different fillings in each section.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It was a good one, okay. Sky Bar, so they don't exist? No one can go out there and pick one up?
Actually, when Necco, or New England Confectionery Company, went out of business, they sold the assets, and now the Sky Bar is back in production.
Really?
I believe it's a candy store in Massachusetts producing it.
Really?
Yeah, maybe
we'll
I'll try
find
to get
one. I was going to say.
Yeah, well, on a future episode, we'll eat a Sky Bar.
If you find one, we'll eat a Sky Bar, and I'll say how it is.
It's probably one of those things, when you eat it later on, it just tastes of disappointment.
Right, because you have such high expectations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for me, when I was a really little kid, I loved Milky Ways. So I still like Milky Ways, but now as an adult or whatever I might be, I like Reese's Fast Breaks. Have you ever had those?
Oh, yeah.
So that's like a multi-layered thing. It's got like peanut butter with like Nugent, and I don't even know what else is in it. It's like covered in chocolate.
Yeah.
Really good. Anything made by Reese's I like.
You do?
Yeah, anything made by Reese's.
I mean, they make a lot of variations of stuff.
Pretty much. Mostly chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah.
Well, I eat the white chocolate with the peanut butter too. You ever had the white chocolate peanut butter cups?
Oh yeah,
those are good too.
Got some in the Christmas tree shape downstairs.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to go down there then.
Oh, they're available to you.
All right, I'm sure Mr. Jonathan will sell me them if he's watching. Put him in my hand.
I don't think they're for sale.
They're not.
We can hook you up for free.
All right, maybe. I mean, it is my 18th episode anniversary. All right, and then second one, what's your fondest childhood Christmas memory, Ed?
Do you have mostly any? Disasters.
Were they? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did Santa miss your house a lot?
Santa was misguided.
They didn't have GPS back then.
No.
You couldn't expect the guy to put it into his phone.
Let's say Santa had a lot going on.
Yeah, man, that makes sense.
Santa didn't always get to the point.
Right.
And get his shit together for Christmas.
Okay, so there's no exceptionally fond memory.
I can't come up with anything.
No, maybe as an adult.
No, I hate Christmas.
You hate Christmas? Wow, you like the Grinch?
A little bit.
Okay,
a little bit, but that's probably just from being damaged in childhood.
That's true. Childhood trauma will do that to you, right?
Yeah.
So what was I going to say? I'll give you mine in a second, but yeah, now that you're a father, though, do you have to play Santa?
Yeah, I mean...
So is that different?
My daughter's 21 now, so she...
He doesn't come anymore?
I don't know. I was asking her if she's going to maybe put some cookies out for him. No.
When I was a kid, he always requested cookies and beer.
Really?
Yeah, that was what I was told.
Santa...
My Santa wanted beer instead of milk.
Well, it turns out my Santa drank a lot of beer, too, but it sort of interfered with his duties.
That's probably why he didn't get on the sled. He didn't want to drink and drive.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense, right?
All right, I'll cut him some slack.
You got to respect that there. I mean, mine was probably when I was 12 and I got a cell phone, which back then, all it was literally like a flip phone that could call. That's how old I am, Ed. I don't even know if it texted. I don't think it did it originally.
That's how old you. When I was a kid, we had a rotary dial phone attached to the house.
That makes sense. But if any younger people watching, they probably had smartphones. I didn't get a smartphone until I was after high school. I want to say it was 18, 19 when I got my first iPhone.
Yeah.
So when I was 12, it was just a flip phone, and all it did was call. But I was pumped, man. So I remember
Did you call
that was
a lot
sick.
of people?
No, I don't think so. I think I just wanted to have it because it would look cool.
And, back in that era, texting wasn't a big thing in the U.S. It was in the rest of the world.
Right. Yeah, no one here texted until later on, until I was older.
Yeah.
I was in high school. And then you'd only have so many texts. It'd be 100 texts a month or something.
Can't go over it.
Yeah, so you'd have to limit it. And then there was a thing where it was unlimited talk, nights and weekends. So you'd have to wait till 8 o'clock to call somebody because then it would be free.
There were all those crazy friends and family plans.
Or their friends and family.
Talk to your friends as much as you want, but God help you if you call a stranger.
Right, exactly.
We're going to charge you for that.
You're ordering a pizza, they better not put you on hold. All right, then we have another one from my friend Leo. You know Leo, he's been on the show a couple of times.
I know Leo.
Raw Tendencies through Twitter. Wise us. So he said, now that you're a rich man and won fantasy football, which I did, shout out to Chris Wolf, he was a great opponent. He brought the money right to my house this morning. I can't complain. He said, now that you're a rich man and won fantasy football, what do you plan on doing with the winnings? I assume you'll donate the winnings to CTE research. Let me know if you are a good person or a selfish person. Thanks.
Wow.
I'm going to come right out and say it. I will not donate the money to CTE research because Gronk has already come out and exclaimed that his CBD line has already cured his CTE. So I don't need to do the CTE stuff because Gronk's stuff already cures it.
Yeah, I just caught that in the show notes. Is Conor a selfish person?
Who asked?
He was asking.
In the show notes. Okay, I thought someone else commented in.
No.
I mean, I would. I'm not opposed to donating to charity, but I remember Gronk argued with the doctor on Twitter and said that he cured it through his CBD line that he has out now.
Yeah, it's really up to our listeners whether you're selfish or you're not.
Exactly.
They can draw their own conclusions.
It's very subjective. So, I mean, I don't know on that one. I'm torn because I will believe whatever Gronk says under any and all circumstances.
Well, Nicholas Scott likes the Almond Joy.
The Almond Joy. All right. The Almond Joy is always good, man.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Almond Joy. Now, that's a classic. That's been around for a while.
Almond Joy's got nuts. Peter Paul Mounds don't.
That's true.
That used to be their little song.
What was it?
Almond Joy's got nuts. Peter Paul Mounds don't.
Wow.
Because sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes
you don't.
That was their pitch? That was their commercial? That's funny. That's good advertising for them marketers.
You feel like a nut.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes we all feel like a nut. I feel like a nut most days.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow I'm making a special cake for Christmas.
What is it going to be?
Well, it's almost like a Mounds cake. It's chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And then it's got a marshmallow coconut frosting on it.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Are you a good cook, Ed?
Phenomenal.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I did not know that about you.
Absolutely.
I don't even know how to boil water.
I'll show you. I'll teach you.
You'd have to teach me. I can't cook anything.
You need life skills.
I need life skills. I don't have many.
Well, you don't have to cook, you know.
I know. My mother brought you the sweets as a Christmas gift. Thank you, Mom. Ed loves it.
I got to say.
You a big fan?
Big thank you to Conor's mom, whose name I don't even know. She's
Heidi.
Conor's mom.
I know. She goes by Conor's mom. My mom is Heidi. So, Mom, Ed is very happy with the stuff.
Heidi. I've got these nice homemade caramels.
Yep.
This looks like a high-end homemade fiddle faddle.
I think it is.
Well, I know it's better because I see cashews right there.
There you go. I think it's going to be right up your alley. So I told my mom, my Ed will love this stuff.
Oh, and this is the best, right?
The butter crunch is excellent, yeah.
Homemade butter crunch.
Homemade butter crunch. We got you all up there.
Chocolate-covered caramels with sea salt.
With sea salt, exactly.
And I will say, I am selfish.
You're going to eat it all.
Mine.
I was going to ask you that. I'm like, you going to share with anyone?
No, I'm not.
Good thing no one was up here when I gave it to you. You know what I mean? I was like, because usually there's people sitting around.
Animals.
I know. I feel like they would have been all over it.
Yeah.
The vultures, they'd all be in your bag right now eating your stuff.
And see, here's something interesting. We're just going to keep going with this show. You thought we didn't have enough? We have too much.
We have too much.
Yeah, just keep going.
I have 2 more questions to get to.
Well, let's do it.
I have one for me, and it's actually for both of us. Pat O'Leary coming out with the most thought-provoking question I've ever had.
Really?
I don't even know how to. We gotta discuss it.
We'll have to break it down.
We'll have to break it down exactly. But before that, I was going to ask you. I was asking you before. 2018 is coming to an end. 18 episodes.
2019 is coming.
Oh yeah, what am I talking about? 2019 is coming to an end. I'm living in the past. Who was your favorite guest? I have to put you on the spot, Ed.
No, there were a lot.
I don't want any feelings.
There were a lot of good ones.
There were.
There was Dating Man.
There was Dating Man, Mikey Goodboy, Mike Maggs 07.
I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Yeah, he was funny.
Spike King was a little too animated for me.
He had a lot of energy.
Yeah,
he brought a lot of
did.
energy to the show.
And I went through and I reviewed these. You had no bad guess.
I would agree.
Very good guess.
I would agree. Big thank you to everyone who came on throughout the year, all of you. James, Leo, O'Leary, Brittany Baldessari, she's playing on the screen right now. Jason Martin was great. I thought Jason was awesome. JD last week, I thought JD was great. I really like JD from 103.3.
But I gotta say, the big winner was...
Oh, I like the music.
Craig Higgins.
Craig Higgins, yeah. Okay, I forgot about Craig.
I really root for an underdog.
Talk about an underdog, yeah. That was a great story and a great episode.
Great episode. It might be my favorite episode, too.
Right. That was crazy. He came from literally jail to beat. Now he's an attorney.
Yeah.
He's got his own law practice.
A lot of people
Marlboro.
start as an attorney and
And
end up
then,
in jail.
yeah, exactly. It goes the opposite
he did
direction.
It the other way.
He did it the other way, and it took him like 9 years, which is just the amount of persistency it takes to do something that dedicated for 9 years and just not give up. And now he's just starting because he's just starting his own law firm. So anybody listen, you need any legal advice, Craig Higgins is the man. Marlboro, Mass. He's out of, I believe.
Yeah, you can find him at craighigginslaw.com.
Thank you, Ed. You got it right up on your computer.
I'm
you're
on top
of everything. That's why we had to bring you a Christmas thank you, because you're on top of everything here.
His office is located in Worcester.
It's in Worcester, okay.
Yep.
He lives in Marlboro.
You can reach him at cmhiggins at craighigginslaw.com.
There we go. Anyone who needs it, make sure you reach out to Craig. That was a good one. I didn't even think of him.
I went through them all.
Yeah. Because I was going through them today trying to find some old stuff to do, like the best of the year and all these different things. I was watching them all. I forgot, he was great. And now Pat O'Leary commenting in with the thought-provoking question, which I think is surprising.
And we're going to break it down. From Pat,
he usually comments in. It's very, very witty comments. He's got a lot to say. But this one, he asked, "How do you feel about with Conor commentary that the year is ending?" And he asked about the short and long-term goals for 2020 with the show.
Short and long-term.
Yeah, short-term, long-term goals for the next year.
Short term, we want to get out a New Year's episode.
Yep, we got to work on that next.
But long term, that's a tougher one.
That is a tougher one. And how do you feel about the show at the end of the year?
I feel good.
I feel good too.
Listen, it's been no secret that we told you not to do it.
I know.
We've never been unclear about that.
Absolutely. I had to have 3 meetings before you guys said, all right, get on.
We'll do it. Who knows where it'll go.
Right.
And
it's funny. I just saw Dave downstairs. I was just talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, it's going great." Blah blah blah. Yeah. I appreciate it.
I think it is going great.
Right.
And part of it is, you're obviously going to be transitioning the format a little bit because we don't have the football picks.
That's going to be tough. So I need something to replace that.
To be honest, though, that took up a lot of show.
It did. That would be like a third of it, I feel like.
Great segment, but, sometimes, depending if the guest was a football person.
Very true.
The back and forth on football talk could take us more than halfway through the show.
Yeah, very true. Because sometimes I'd have people who didn't know, so I'd do it in 2 minutes, and sometimes I'd do it, it'd take 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Right. Great segment, but you definitely are going to have to figure out, okay, what's the format of the show?
Right, and that's what I was trying with the Ask Me Anything.
Yeah, and then, a big thing is to sit down and define, what does success look like?
Right.
Is it, X number of downloads?
Right.
Is it engagement with the audience? We've got to figure out what the goal is.
That's what I'm looking for, too. So people comment in. Nick Scott, I appreciate you commenting in, man. Like, I want to keep going. I want to keep getting the likes and the shares and the comments and the engagement. Because the views are great. That's really good. But I want to make sure people are actively, actually look at it. I was going to say, even before we wind down, like one of the big things I wanted to say was, if anyone has any like specific topics or specific guests they'd like to see me get, I can't make any promise on the guest, but if you have somebody or like a specific topic, like I'd want to hear about this,
or
I'll go out and try and get them.
Recommend themselves as a guest.
Absolutely.
It's worth discussing. And
Absolutely.
See
I'm open to anyone who says that they want to come on. I just got to see what we're going to do it about.
Well, yeah, because you as a host represent your listeners,
right?
So you're sort of the gatekeeper for guests.
Exactly.
You've got to get somebody that's going to be interesting to the listeners.
Right. Exactly. So that's what I need. A combination of the guests themselves is great, but then I got to feel like what we're going to talk about for the actual episode to make it like funny and interesting.
All right, so Pat's going to make us work a little
bit,
which I like.
Yeah, he's got our mind racking now of what we're going to do for 2020 and where this is going to go.
So I think we need a plan.
We do.
And then we'll execute to the plan.
Or execute Tom Brady, Bill Belichick style.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We'll do our job.
We will do our job. And
first we got to define what our job is.
What our job is, exactly. But I'm excited to see where it goes in 2020. I appreciate everyone who's liked, listened, and shared, showed their friends, man. It's miraculous to see all the people who've written in, messaged me, said that they've seen it, they like it. I appreciate it so much, man. I'm looking forward to 2020. I really am.
Yeah, me too.
You too, right, Ed?
Yeah, we're gonna have fun in.
We are. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's only gonna get better. You have anything to say before we go, Ed?
I just wish everybody the most merry of Christmases.
Thank you.
I'll be miserable wherever I am, and I hope everyone else is quite happy.
That's nice of you. Thank you, Ed. Everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, Kwanzaa. Have a great holiday. We'll see you guys right before 2020.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.